today's video, we are going to talk about Wing Chun versus Karate. Which style is more practical? Now, for those of you who don't know, I have a black belt in both Karate and Taekwondo, so I'm pretty familiar with both styles. And I want to point out that this is just my opinion. So if you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now, when it comes to striking, karate definitely has the edge here. There are so many different strikes that you can do, including punches, kicks, knee strikes, elbow strikes, and so much more. In Wing Chun, we mainly focus on the three primary strikes, which is the Tan strike, which is the hand strike, the Fox sao, which is the finger thrust, and the Dai sao, which is the hook kick. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, you guys don't even throw roundhouse kicks or side kicks. How can you possibly compete with karate? Well, you have to understand that the whole philosophy behind Wing Chun is efficiency. One of the most important things is to conserve your energy and be efficient with your movements. So instead of relying on big, flashy, high-flying kicks, Wing Chun practitioners rely on quick, small, compact movements that can be very, very effective. If you look at it from an efficiency standpoint, a small movement like this can actually be more practical because you're not expending as much energy, and also you're leaving yourself open to counterattacks less than a bigger, high-flying kick. However, this does not mean that you can't knock someone out with a kick in Wing Chun. You absolutely can, but again, it goes back to the philosophy of the style. We only use the amount of force necessary to overcome resistance. So if that means that I can knock somebody out with a small hand strike, why would I need to use a big kick? Now, obviously, if the person is still standing after my small hand strike, then I may opt for a kick to finish the fight. Another advantage that karate has in fighting is that they can easily break down an opponent's guard. In Wing Chun, we learn how to attack the center line, which is the most vulnerable part of our body. However, there are ways to attack in Wing Chun that can easily bypass an opponent's guard. For example, one of the most common attacks is the Tan sao, the hand strike, and this can be done from various different angles. For example, it can be done straight on, it can be done from the side, or it can also be done from above. By attacking from these different angles, it makes it easier to bypass an opponent's guard. Now, of course, there are other ways to attack as well, such as the Dai sao, which is the hook kick, or the Fox sao, which is the finger thrust. Now, when it comes to self-defense, Wing Chun definitely has the upper hand here. It's been said that Wing Chun was created for self-defense purposes, and that's very true. When you practice Wing Chun, you will notice that a lot of the techniques focus on real-life applications. For example, one of the first things that you learn is how to control the distance between you and your opponent. This is very important because it allows you to dictate the range of the fight. You see, in a street fight, you don't get to decide where the fight takes place. Your opponent will dictate that. Therefore, it's important to learn how to deal with different ranges of combat. In Wing Chun, we learn how to fight at all ranges, but we specialize in the shorter ranges. The reason for this is because we're more vulnerable at close range, but we can control that range and dictate how the fight goes. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean that you can't use Wing Chun for long-range fighting. You absolutely can, but it's not really recommended because we're not as efficient at long range as we are at close range. So, in conclusion, both styles have their advantages and disadvantages. Karate is great for teaching you how to strike and defend against various different attacks. It's also great for teaching you how to fight at longer ranges. Wing Chun, on the other hand, is great for teaching you how to fight in a more efficient manner. It's also great for teaching you how to control the distance between you and your opponent. So, which style is more practical? Well, that's up for you to decide.